It is June 13th. We're here on a Monday. A little wild, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, welcome on into episode 47 of When Worlds Collide. And as always, you better know by now how we start these things.
Oh, baby. I got a bottle. I wonder if you can hear this.
I could.
Oh,
I could hear
nice.
the little like crank off that guy, you know?
Yeah, pop
Crank.
that son.
Is that why you don't have your cam on? You're cranking off dudes over there?
Whoa. That's your words, not mine. Cheers, everyone. Happy Monday.
Cheers.
Stay cool and hydrated, preferably with beer.
Yeah, preferably. No doubt about it. All right, man. Well, we have plenty to cover today, so let's hop right into it. We had a variety of different shows, specifically gaming shows, that have happened over the last few weeks, including the PlayStation State of Play, Xbox Bethesda game show, and then the PC Gamer Showcase.
Along with the Capcom Showcase, but that was like literally hours ago today.
Right, so Capcom today, and then we actually have the Xbox Extended View whatever tomorrow as well.
Yep.
So we'll cover what we've seen so far, and yeah, more to come, as we just mentioned. But to start, our question of the game, oh my gosh, our question of the day for gaming, 60%, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Question of the day for gaming is, what is your favorite part of all the shows? Was your favorite part / game? I know a variety of people in chat watched the Xbox event at the very minimum. Is there a game or a particular thing that happened within any of these showcases that stood out to you? Fish, I'll go to you first, my friend.
Oh, yeah. What my favorite part about the game shows was just how much better the Xbox Bethesda Showcase was compared to PlayStation's. Oh my god. It was just literally, it was like double the length, just literally way more games, just titles that are definitely piquing my interest. And when I watched PlayStation's, it just felt like just remake city, basically. Remastered city, whatever you call it nowadays.
Yeah, remake,
yeah.
remaster. Two different things, actually. But yeah, no, I agree with you. That was kind of like the thing I was seeing was like everything was like they have all these titles, but they're not really doing anything with them, right? Like what?
No.
If the biggest announcement you have is a remaster or remake, not that big of a deal. I know for not PlayStation fans, Spider-Man coming to PC is like a big deal, but that's not really appealing to your main core audience, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. But I'd love to see more PlayStation exclusives come to PC because I know I'll eventually buy them when they go on sale. So that always makes me hyped to see.
Yeah, no doubt. But going on to mine, my favorite part. So this is not my favorite part, but it's the part that stood out to me the most was seeing Vin Diesel on a dinosaur.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot he was up there. What the hell?
I did not see that one coming. So that
really?
No, because I had never seen the ARC thing before with Vin Diesel. Somehow that eluded me.
I swear to God, they came out with a trailer from like last year's E3 event, whatever it was, and they showcased like that same exact trailer, or like an extended trailer with Vin Diesel in it.
Yeah, I don't, for whatever reason that eluded me, but that when I saw it made me laugh. So
yeah,
that's actually one of the things that stood out the most to me. But my favorite part of the show is actually another game that I did not know about previously going in, called High on Life, from the writers of Rick and Morty. Game looks like just crazy, like don't know what's gonna happen next, like kind of fun and comedy. So I'm like really all in on that. If you guys didn't see the game I'm talking about, basically it's Morty's voice from Rick and Morty, and it's all different kinds of guns. The guns have faces and talk. Like the one gun, he shoots out a couple people or a couple bullets, and he goes, "Oh no, my children!" And he goes, "Oh no, don't worry, I can make more."
They don't live very long, but I could always make more.
Yeah, so this game just looks like over the top goofy, and if it's got if I mean if anything, if the Rick and Morty writers touch anything, I'm at the very least interested, right? Because I
Yeah,
love Rick and Morty.
right. In true Rick and Morty fashion, all you're just going to be saying is, "What the hell is happening right now?"
Right. And I can't wait for that in a video game where I can kind of determine what's going to happen next to some degree, right?
Yeah, that game studio has been pumping out games. I feel like they're more relatively new since Rick and Morty first came out, but they came out with like I forget what it was called. It was like I remember like the main character was like Grover or something, but like that also had like the Rick and Morty characters in it. Then they came out with a VR version of it, and now they came out with this game, and it seems like they came out with like 3 games in the span of like a few years. So like that studio is on fire right now.
So this is what they were doing when Adult Swim wouldn't sign them, huh?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, they kept busy for sure.
No doubt. But yeah, I was that ever announced like previously before the game showcase, or was that something that got announced at the showcase? Do you know? Because I had
I
never heard
don't
about it
think
before.
so. Yeah, I never heard about it either. That was like brand new stuff that I seen. I didn't pay attention to any of the leaks. I know everyone just talks about how they seen all the leaks and stuff, but thankfully I didn't see any. So this was like a delightful surprise. Like, and that was like pretty early on in the showcase too.
Yeah, no doubt. I was trying to find some leaks, but I wasn't like actively looking for them. It was
Wow.
more or less like I was scrolling through Twitter, like seeing if anybody had any information. I wasn't going out of my way to Google things, you know, but if I saw something, I was like, oh, let me click on that.
Yeah, I purposely stayed away from Reddit just for at least for the weekend. I didn't want to be spoiled by anything.
Fair enough, man. Well, let's go ahead and start with the PlayStation State of Play. So we did have a list of announcements, as we previously mentioned. A lot have to do with remakes or remasters. The first that we have on the list here is actually a third-party remake, and PlayStation's always so good at advertising it as being a console exclusive for PlayStation, but no, this is in fact a third-party game that will be
Yep,
coming to Xbox as well.
and
That
PC.
being and PC. That being Resident Evil 4 remake. Did you play this originally when the game came out?
No, I've played a couple Resident Evils. They're not really my cup of tea and everything. I didn't really care for this news. I feel like they just remake and make VR versions of all the Resident Evil games like lately. So I didn't really care for it, nor have I played the most recent ones. What about you?
So I'm actually pumped for this. Like Resident Evil 4 was dope. Um, when at the time it came out, I wasn't allowed to play it, too young. But at some point in college, I actually got this game on sale, $5-10 maybe, and I played through
Nice.
the entire game, and it was amazing. And I think for a lot of people, Resident Evil 4 was their favorite and made them a lifelong Resident Evil fan. So I'm looking forward to seeing a revamped Resident Evil 4 and playing through it again. For me personally, I've also heard like the Resident Evil 2 remake was really good. Yeah, so I'm excited for this. I thought this was actually a solid announcement, but yeah, if you haven't fished, I would highly suggest playing Resident Evil 4. Have you played
Yeah, play
through
that.
any of them?
I remember playing like Resident Evil 3, but I was like really young when I played that, and I don't really remember much of it. But yeah, I haven't really been a Resident Evil fan per se. Like that, and I just like hate paying for $60 base prices on games.
Yeah, I 100%
So
agree with that. If the games weren't 60 base, I would have played through a lot more of them. But they
exactly.
do go on sale pretty often, and we're not too far out from October, just a 3.5 months, you know, not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
There'll be some sales coming, but
Yeah, get that October Halloween sale going on. I'd be down.
yeah. And you know the funny thing is I consider myself a Resident Evil fan to some degree, but I started with 5, and I think if any Resident Evil fan heard me say that, they'd be like, "Nope, you're not a Resident Evil fan."
You're not a true fan. Get out of here.
Yeah, because I think 5 was when it kind of took a turn, right, a little bit away from horror, survival, because it became co-op. There was more puzzles and stuff. It wasn't quite as horrifying, but I remember getting that game off of my cousin RJ. He got the Xbox 360 bundle with Resident Evil 5, and it was a red Xbox. It was sweet, but he didn't want the game,
Damn.
so he sold it to me for like $20, and Brian and I whipped through that thing, and it was actually a lot of fun. So that was kind of like my origin of being a Resident Evil fan.
Yeah, I'd be down to play one of them for the Halloween month. Get my scare on.
Yeah, dude, definitely play through 4. I mean, it's so good.
I heard Village was really good too. Plus, you got the big tall lady that everyone has memes about.
Yeah, I feel you gotta go back to the more the OG ones, man.
True. Yeah.
Start at the roots, and then you can blossom into a beautiful butterfly tree.
Yeah. Well, going along with the PlayStation State of Play, after that they announced Spider-Man Remastered coming to PC.
So dope for
So
PC fans.
yeah,
PlayStation,
yeah.
not so much.
Sony's right. Sony's in the mindset now of porting their exclusives PC nowadays. So
Sell more
that's
units,
definitely a
man.
exactly. So they PC players, I guess I'm considered PC player because I have one. They're definitely hyped for this game to come to that platform and everything. I know the PlayStation fanboys are just raging because they're just losing all their exclusives now. But
Oh,
it
their
makes me
tears,
happy.
so
Yeah,
delicious.
I know. Just put it in a cup and I'll drink it.
Oh,
It always makes me happy.
I'm gonna buy Spider-Man and just look at it, and not play it, and just be like, "Oh, look, it's on my PC."
Yeah, just
Yeah, your tears
buy
are
the
so
hard copy and
good.
frame it.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. So that was a pretty cool announcement to see. Still not any, first party exclusives that they revealed yet. And then afterwards they showed Horizon Forbidden West update, which includes like a new ultra hard mode. They got like new game plus mechanics where you can earn like end game gear and cosmetics. They
oh, that's
added
cool.
in
Adding some
yeah,
replayability to the game,
yeah, exactly.
because
So
that's
like if you're a big fan of it, you can definitely just keep replaying the game over.
well, I know that's one of the things that we shit on PlayStation all the time for is like, yeah, they have these exclusives, but once you play through it once, then what?
Exactly. It's just like you either don't touch it again or you just wait for the DLC to come out, which would take a long time to come out.
Right.
But
Well, this update seems good though, adding a new hard mode as well as some end game stuff.
yeah, and I've heard nothing but good news from the newest Horizon game.
Same, dude.
The only thing that they got wrong was the release window, where they released it like a week or two before Elden Ring. So Elden Ring just completely overshadowed Horizon, and nobody was talking about it after it released. So I don't know who in their marketing department picks the date to release games, but it seems like they're playing for the other team because they're just sabotaging their own games at this point.
Isn't that so peculiar when games do that? Like have such like close release windows. Like if you know you're going up against a heavy hitter like Elden Ring was, I don't know why wouldn't you jump out in front of them or behind or something, right? I don't know.
Yeah, it's I mean, we get this a lot throughout the months. You got like the spring, summer releases, and then like the holiday releases. So there is competition in those like month windows and everything.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know what they were thinking because I don't know if they like underestimated Elden Ring, which I don't think anyone should ever do from a From Software game.
Right.
But they definitely dropped the ball in the release window. But aside from that, the game was fantastic. Like I really wish I could play that game. And I know the first Horizon's on PC too, so I think I have it like added to my wish list. I'm waiting for a whatever deal on that game as well.
Yeah, so we did get a couple first party game announcements, but one of the games we were missing that Tusk just brought up was God of War Ragnarok. Tusk was
Yeah,
surprised that they didn't show anything about that. It must mean it's further out than we realize.
well, it's coming out in October
Oh,
this
is it
year.
really? They got a release date for it? Maybe that's getting
Yeah, it's like
delayed.
no, I think it already got delayed, but like this is
Yeah.
like the hard release window. Like this
Huh.
God of War Ragnarok will be like the only heavy hitter contender for Elden Ring this year, basically.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
and I was just confused as to why they didn't show anything, or just like maybe just like another in-game trailer, like in-game cutscene or something, just like hype people up and then show the release date. But they're just completely silent on it, which we'll mention in the next game showcase too, if you know what I'm talking about.
I do, in fact.
Yeah.
So we can kind of just blow through the rest of these announcements here, unless one in particular stands out to you want to address.
Yeah.
So Horizon Call of the Mountain, PlayStation VR 2,
Yeah.
the Callisto Protocol, which was announced for December 2nd, 2022 on all platforms, by the way.
Yeah.
Roller Dome. It's a trick shotting rollerblade game.
Yeah, that
I
game
actually
looks interesting.
I didn't see that one. So give me a little
Yeah.
synopsis about that one before we continue here.
Oh, it's basically what you said. It's like you're in like it's in the title. So you're like in a roller drome area, and you like fight soldiers with guns and everything, and you just like basically do like trick shots on them with like you just like go up on ramps and like do like 360 no scopes with snipers and stuff. It just like it looks like a fun indie game to play.
Hmm,
So
okay.
yeah, I don't know what to think of it other than what I saw, but it looked pretty fun, honestly.
Gotcha. So after Roller Dome, we got a Turn Knights, Resident Evil Village Virtual Reality, Final Fantasy
Hmm.
16 trailer reveal, Street Fighter 6, uh, Season, A Letter from the Future, and then Stray, which is a cat game.
Yeah, it's. I think I talked about it before. I think we talked
I
about it on
see.
Hidden Gems.
Yeah, I think you're right because I think I saw a video for this and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah, it's like I would say it's like a platforming cyberpunk city, and like you're just playing as like a stray cat trying to get home or something, or trying to reach a destination. But it's like a lot of platforming. You play as a cat, and you try to like dodge like set tree robots and everything. The game's aesthetics look really cool. I don't know why everyone's so hyped to play a damn cat game, but you know, to
Um,
each their own.
I mean, aesthetically pleasing platformers. I could get down with that.
Hmm. So I'm pretty sure that game will do good when it comes out.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, let's hop into what we care about more.
Right? Yeah.
And that's the
I
Xbox
was
and
gonna.
Bethesda Game Showcase.
Yeah. Well, before we get into that, I was gonna say like with the PlayStation Showcase, like I think they came out with like one exclusive, which was the Horizon Call of the Mountain, their PlayStation VR game, and the rest are just remakes, remasters, or games that are third parties or getting like ported to PC. So like it definitely wasn't the strongest showcasing from PlayStation this year, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, sure doesn't sound like it.
Hmm.
But all right, man, let's hop onto the Xbox Bethesda side. So they opened up with a game we've been waiting to see, especially with the announcement of the delay, Redfall. So what was your initial impression when you saw the Redfall trailer and gameplay?
I was on the fence when I first was watching the trailer because like it started off in that attic, and this guy was just like shotgunning vampires in the attic for like 5 minutes straight. And whoever did the demo on that, he needs to go to like aim labs or something because he had the piss
You
poor
need to go
shot
to aim
with the
labs.
shotgun. Yeah. Dude, this guy was like whipping point blank shotgun shells on these vampires. I was just like, bro, what is this game? And then like after like a few minutes of just being in that attic, like they finally like expanded on what the game will be, and you're basically like on this island town that got like taken over by like magic and vampires and everything, and it's like up to you and your squad to like figure out what the hell's going on. So it like when I initially saw the trailer for the few minutes, I was just like, I don't know about this game. And then they finally like debuted the characters and like who you're playing and like their abilities and stuff. And once I finally got a gist of like the kits that you'll be using, like that's when I was just like, hell yeah, I cannot wait for this game.
So this might be extreme overthinking, but I'm gonna go with it anyways. I think the fact that they like flushed out the plot
Hmm.
makes me hopeful that like it's gonna be a complete thought out game. Like as far as the plot goes, like they covered the sun and then they rolled back all the water. So
Yeah,
like you can't
that was
have
cool.
somebody so you can't have somebody just like nitpicking it, right? Like, well, vampires, like what about the sun, or well, why don't we just find an island? You know what I mean?
Right.
So I
They took care of that.
yeah, I thought that was funny and it was an attention to detail that I appreciated. So
Hmm.
um maybe I'm reading into it too much, but hopefully they treated the rest of the game like that and really uh gave it a good full treatment.
Yeah, I know some of the fans were disappointed into it because it's made by Obsidian, right? The people who made Prey and Dishonored.
I believe so.
Yeah, and they like Dishonored fanboys weren't really into the game because they said there was like no stealth mechanics and everything. But they
I
literally showed
disagree
that
with
in the
that.
trailer.
Yeah. They do.
Like,
They actively show people sneaking around and stabbing the vampires to prevent like hordes of them flocking.
Yeah, and then they get caught, and that's when they go to like all out fighting and everything.
Right.
And in
So you're
my
allowing for
argument
different
too,
play styles. I don't know what's wrong with
exactly.
that.
Exactly. That was my point. Like in Dishonored, like you could do whatever you wanted in the game. You can go stealth. You could go full out guns blazing. You can even go full on passive mode and not kill a single enemy if you don't want to. So like they give you like the options of play styles that you want in the game, which you did in Dishonored 1 and 2. So I don't know why they were all angry about that. So I mean the mechanics are definitely there for stealth if you want it to be.
Clearly agree. All right, let's keep it moving, buddy. Next one, we got Hollow Knight Silk Song coming to Game Pass day one.
Yep,
Any
big
thoughts?
news. Yeah, so Hollow Knight's actually a really good game. It's definitely like a cult favorite for people. I played it a little bit. I never beat it. But I know it's like really huge news for it to come to Game Pass day one because it originally released like on its own, and then the first one later got put to Game Pass and everything. But this is like everyone says like Hollow Knights is like the best like platforming Souls like game out there right now. And just like hearing that the second iteration's coming to Game Pass is just like really good news for people fans of the franchise.
I'm remembering watching that now. I wasn't sure what it is at the time, but like hearing you talk about it a little bit, it's got my excitement level up a little bit. I'll keep a lookout for it, especially since it's coming to Game Pass.
Exactly. Yeah.
Next on the list here, High on Life. We talked about that. That was the favorite game that I saw
Hmm.
during the showcase. And then after that, we had a Riot Games and Game Pass team up. This was pretty big announcement. I know it doesn't necessarily apply to us too much, but
Yeah.
pretty cool that they're able to do this with Riot Games, especially for the Valorant, League of Legends. Um,
Team Fight Tactics,
yeah, I
their
couldn't
mobile
remember the
game.
whole list of them, but yeah, you're gonna be getting in-game exclusive stuff for all these different games. For
And the biggest thing is that you get all the characters unlocked for each game, like in Valorant and League of Legends and everything. And that's like huge news because you either have to like drop a certain amount of money to unlock all of the characters, or you have to grind a ridiculously long time to like unlock each one. And I know in League of Legends there's like 160 champions or something like that, and Valorant's probably got like 20. I wouldn't say like 20, but they have a decent amount of like operators using their game too. So like having it just adds so much more value to Game Pass PC for them. So that's like a huge partnership between them.
yeah, and Game Pass just continues to add value.
Oh yeah.
Um, Tusk asks, "Wait, Valorant is coming to Xbox? No, it is not coming to Xbox. Game Pass is also available on the or on the PC. So PC users that do own Game Pass will have complete unlocks for all the Valorant characters.
Yeah, for all Riot games basically. And earned exclusive, like I guess cosmetics month to month, kind of like what they do with Halo.
Right. Speaking of Halo, we did get some Halo news.
Did
Uh,
we?
Not really.
No.
This was just the most like it was cool news, but like this being the only Halo news was kind of just like not even blue balls. It wasn't aroused enough to get blue balls.
Yeah.
But Microsoft Flight Simulator 40th anniversary will now include the Halo Pelican, which is dope. I'm going to try
Oh.
it. I'm gonna try it, but this being the only Halo news was definitely disappointing for me. Hopefully, we get some news about it tomorrow. I know the whole purpose of this game showcase was to show games and gameplay. So I'm not that butthurt that Halo wasn't shown, but I would like to see
I
a
am.
roadmap come tomorrow. That's
I
what I want to see.
The whole point of their Xbox Bethesda game show is to showcase the games within their department, right? We got news on grounding. See
Hold
it.
on, Fish. Hold on. Let me stop you for a second.
What? Oh yeah.
I'm noticing a decibel raise in your voice. Do I need to let you rage?
You want me to rage real quick?
Hey, if it's ready to come, it's gotta come, right?
Oh yeah, let's do it. I'm ready
You
for it.
busting
I'm
at the
ready for it.
seams, buddy?
Busting at the seams, baby.
All right,
Sweating
so
fish scales.
sweaty fish scales. So you're not happy with the news of the Pelican in Microsoft Flight Simulator?
I'm not unhappy about that news. What really irks me is the fact that during this entire showcase, we didn't get a single lick of news on their most notorious franchise of all time, Halo. We didn't get anything from Halo Infinite. I feel like the devs have been dead silent since the game releases. They haven't fulfilled any damn promises on the game since release. And just the fact that we got nothing from this entire showcase, even though it was chock full of like announcements and everything, it just makes me hate the game even more. And I don't even want to talk about what happened last night when we played, because that just made me hate the game even more. So it's just like so dumb to see that like Halo is just fallen so far from its mountain and it's just like basically 6 feet under at this point. I don't want to deal with anything with Halo anymore, dude. It's making me angry. We need to move on.
So, all right, before we do move on, I have a question for you. And I seen this question posed on Twitter today when I was doing some poop scrolling.
Nice.
So somebody mentioned, they go, 343, thank you for all you done, even though you failed. It's time to move on from 343.
Oof. That's a tweet right there.
So what do you think? Is it time? Is it time to move past 343? Put them in the past?
I think Bungie should take over Halo again, realistically. Yeah.
Just give it to Certain Affinity. Bungie's too busy doing other shit.
I guess. I mean, but God, could you imagine Bungie coming back?
I mean, what's Bungie gonna do? They can't balance the game that they have.
Hey, now Bungie has been doing fantastic.
They add content for a loot and shoot game, but they can't balance their multiplayer. So what hope does that give me for them getting back to Halo and doing any of that?
Well, you're talking about two different entities, right? Destiny 2 is a looter shooter.
Yeah, exactly. But their
multiplayer
is broken.
Not
Destiny's
really.
multiplayer is broken. Stasis has been broken for months.
No, Stasis has been fine. Carl, I know what I'm talking about. Stasis is fine, okay? I haven't played the game in months, but they came out with multiple patches, and Stasis is
I know what I'm talking about, but I haven't played the game in months.
Yeah, but I played the game for like 6 years.
I don't know, man. I see.
Carl, you played like 2 hours of Destiny. Your opinion doesn't matter here, okay?
I see huge flaws with the multiplayer. It's not balanced. There's no new maps. There's no new weapons.
My point
no
being,
new game modes. Why do I want the same thing that 343 is doing in Halo?
My point being is that they could balance Halo multiplayer better than what they balance in Destiny. Because Destiny 2 is a looter shooter, so you have like hundreds and hundreds of guns, armors, abilities, and everything. And Halo has like 20 weapons, a few power-ups, and then like the maps that you make and everything. Bungie has excellent map designers. Like they can easily balance 20 weapons within like a season or two.
Are the Halo weapons not balanced? I think it's a server issue. Bungie still can't balance their game. But at least they have servers. Maybe we'll just have them come in and
Carl, you can't egg me on anymore. Your opinion is like saying that you know how to deal with international politics as a 6-year-old.
Hey, I seen the little tingle, you know, and I just had to keep poking it.
Yeah.
You caught on to my shenanigans eventually. But dude, I saw the opportunity and I had to keep poking the bear, baby.
Bring back Halo to Bungie. I am begging you. The original Halo trilogy, masterpiece. They could do it again.
All right, man.
343. I'm done.
Hey, well, that was a good rage. I'm glad I can continue it. I am sure your blood pressure is definitely over 120 over 80 right now.
Sweating right now.
Good. I like a little sweat. Anyways, let's get back to the Xbox Bethesda Games Showcase. We did get some gameplay for the new sequel to Plague Tale, which looks pretty cool. I remember Brian mentioning that he thought it was pretty cool as well, and he didn't even know it was a sequel, right? I think the first one honestly does fly under the radar for a lot of people. Plague Tale is a good
sleeper game.
Definitely a sleeper game. So that's definitely one to check out. I don't want to spend too much time on each game here. We'd be here for years. But a not so sleeper game is Forza Motorsports. We got a little bit of gameplay details for the new one coming out. It looks dope, as well as we got some news about the DLC for Forza Horizon 5. They're bringing Hot Wheels back. I am actually pumped about
baby.
this.
Yeah, it looked so sick. Just seeing like those Hot Wheel tracks and everything and the little boosters makes me a kid again.
Again, I was doing my poop scrolling, saw another good tweet. Somebody was just like, this is basically like Xbox Mario Kart.
Yeah, right? Yeah, just a great looking game that you have just even more fun on. You know, instead of just like the traditional tracks they use, you just got Hot Wheel tracks, which I'm all for. And plus, they'll probably implement like Hot Wheel cars and everything in there as well.
Right. So whenever this does drop on Game Pass, I don't know if the DLC dropping on Game Pass. I hope it does. But either way, this is going to be a community game night. Everybody's going to get boozed up, and we're doing Hot Wheels on Forza.
Dude, a racing night would be sick. I'm all for it.
So when does this expansion come out? Is it this month, or is it falling into July?
I don't know. I don't think I remember seeing a release window for it.
Something's telling me that it's July, but I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you.
Are you sure that's not the motorsports?
Not sure. We'll have to vet that.
Yeah, we'll put a pin in that one. Oh, yeah. It is July. Okay. Yeah, July 19th,
July 19th. Okay, word. Okay.
Oh, so that's right around the corner then.
Excellent.
Yes. All right. Yeah, we got moving on. We're we're almost at the halfway point of the show, which is kind of ridiculous at this.
Right. And we're at our halfway point in our show, so we gotta get moving through these games a little bit here, my guy.
Yeah, I'll try to gloss over some of them. We got some news on Overwatch 2. It comes out in October, or I guess like the early access comes out in October. It'll be a free-to-play game, but only if you own the Overwatch 1.
Oh, really? I actually didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure that's how they're gonna do it. Like, if
I
you
thought
want
they
to
said it was gonna be free to play.
They did say it was free to play, but I don't know if that other news was tech. I think originally what I heard was the news was like it's only going to be free to play if you own the first one, but maybe that official news came out saying it's just free to play.
I mean, whenever the Activision to Blizzard deal goes through, it'll be free to play for me anyway because I got Game Pass. So
exactly, yeah. So that's pretty cool news. I'm hyped to see the next iteration of Overwatch. That game was good. After that, we got Ara History Untold, which we kind of just got like a cinematic trailer and no release window for it. It's kind of like World Civilization, I guess, but the trailer didn't really do it justice, but I think that'll be a good game. And then after that, we finally move into Bethesda's segment where they came out with like an announcer to like talk about Starfield at the end and everything, and just like what they're coming up with.
Right.
We got an Elder Scrolls expansion called High Isles. Comes out at the end of June, and then it's not on Game Pass.
What Undead was highly anticipating some Fallout 76 expansions.
Yeah, I know he's a huge Fallout 76 fanboy, so he was looking for it. But yeah, we also got the Fallout 76 expansion called The Pit. Cool. I mean, if anyone still plays that game, sure. We talked about the Forza Horizon 5 expansion with Hot Wheels, the new Ark game with Vin Diesel.
We touched on that. Yep. Scorn looks fucking crazy.
Yeah, so this one, everyone is very intrigued about. This game's coming out on Game Pass day one when it releases.
October, I believe. For some reason, October 22nd is ringing in my head.
Because I think it is an October release. I think that falls right in line.
I'm going to look actually right now.
I think that is right. I think it is sometime in October. But basically, Scorn is just like a really creepy, disgusting, first-person game. And I don't know what to think of it, but I definitely want to play it because it just looks absolutely vile, and I want to play it.
Oh, dude, I was so close.
What?
October 21st. The day off. Damn.
Day off. Can't get them all right, Carl.
Darn.
And then after Scorn, my personal interest game, Flintlock, which was the people who made Ashen. This is their second game for their company.
They responded to you on TikTok, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They came out with a video after the showcase, like with the trailer from their Flintlock thing. And
Hey,
I mentioned our podcast, and they asked what our podcast
Flintlock
was.
devs, you here? What's up? What's up?
Yeah, let's talk about your game again. I'm hyped for it. I
Shout out
cannot wait
Flintlock.
for it. Yes, sir. So yeah, that game I'm very interested in. It looks super fun, and I just cannot wait till it comes out. Unfortunately, 2023, so I'm definitely gonna have to wait a bit.
It was kind of, for a second, I thought there was a chance that it might be Fable because you had the shooting, magic, and then like traditional melee mechanics, which I remember from Fable 3 had all three of those. So I'm actually glad it's not Fable though, because I was like, if this is Fable, I'm gonna be a little disappointed just because it didn't seem like the Fable vibe. But the fact that it's like its own like separate entity, I'm more intrigued now.
Yeah, this company's come a long way since their first game. If you like compare Ashen to the trailer of their new game, it is just apples to oranges and how much better it looks. So I cannot wait for that game to come out. What do we got next, Carl?
Minecraft Legends. Maybe not a popular opinion, but I'm kind of excited for this. I love all the different Minecraft stories. I enjoyed Dungeon. I love all the DLC that goes into Minecraft. But yeah, I mean, I'll definitely give it a go. Again, so many of these games are on Game Pass, so I don't have to be convinced into buying a $60 game. I can just give it a try, right?
Exactly. Don't have to fully commit to them, but like you just have the option of just playing them and see how you like it. And if you like it, you can just, keep on at it. So I think that game's going to be really good too. I
think it will as well. And what's the kind of like genre here? It's like going to be an adventure RPG kind of vibe, right?
I want to say it's like a RTS type deal because
real-time strategy.
You're not playing as the good guy. You're playing as the bad guy in this game. So like you're trying to like spread darkness over the world, and that's why you're like leading your legions of like undead skeletons and zombies and everything and creepers.
Oh, dude, you're right actually, but so it was real-time strategy. But okay, I'm remembering it now. I remember seeing the hordes like battling each other. I was twisted for a second. I know. Okay.
So I think you just like command your legions to like infiltrate castles and everything, and just like do large scale battles and everything. That's like my impression of it. So that's why I'm really excited. And you're playing like you're not playing the good guy in Minecraft. So that's just like hell yeah.
All right. So next up we got Lightyear Frontier coming to Game Pass day one as well as Dusk Falls. Narok Blade Point Battle Royale coming June 23rd. So we were talking about how we wanted something to play like semi immediately, or we like Undead and I were hoping for something like that day, like go play it right now. But I think this is pretty much the closest thing we got to that. I didn't know
the Pelican.
Right. I didn't know anything about this game prior to you giving me a little background of it. But the fact that it's coming to June 23rd, I mean, why not dabble? Different kind of Battle Royale genre. More like the way it looked to me, kind of For Honor vibes, but in Battle Royale style.
Yeah, it's like Chinese, like I guess like mythical fighting type deal, but it's like swords and bows and everything, and like whatever Chinese weapons you have. But it's like basically like melee combat style Battle Royale, and like you can summon like these big spirits and everything. It's really fun. I watched a lot of streamers play it on PC, so definitely excited for that to come to Game Pass too.
Next up, Pentiment. I believe this was Arcane Studios, which they've been working on this for a while. So Arcane's got, I want to say it's Arcane, but I could be butchering that. But anyways, they got a good, whoever the developer was, I know they have a good repertoire of games, even though this doesn't necessarily appeal to me. Something that I might, again, just dabble in just for the hell of it. We have a release date for the Grounded full game. This is a game that we really enjoyed. Basically, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids meets Minecraft. It's a survivor builder kind of game. So we're getting the full game come September, I do believe. Ereban Shadow Legacy coming in 2023. We have a new season of Sea of Thieves that's adding new cosmetic content to the Captain's Hall or Captain's Room or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, like just like Captain stuff, like it's just like content stuff and like more customization for your ship and like your character and everything. Still, it's a really good game, so
right? And that's something Sea of Thieves does so well. And continue to add good content, so I'd love to see that. We got Ravenlock, Cocoon, Wu Long Felon Destiny. I probably butchered that.
Dynasty.
Yeah.
That game I initially looked over, but the more I looked at it and people talked about it, it's compared to Nioh 2 or like the Nioh series, if you ever heard of it. But it's
Yeah. I think
basically
it's from
like,
the developers of the Nioh series, right?
okay, if it is, then hell yeah. Then it's like From Software's biggest contender for a Souls-like game. And once I heard that, I was like, hell yeah, dude, I'm ready for that. So I initially looked over it because I was just like, I didn't really enjoy the aesthetic. But once I heard Souls-like, I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. I'm ready for that game.
So then we got Persona 5, Starfield, which we all knew was going to be there. I thought it was an excellent showing for Starfield. How about you?
Don't get me wrong, I liked it a lot. I was more interested in the customization with your character, the exploration you can do with how gigantic the scale is, like 1,000 planets that you could explore. You can customize your ship. You can fight in space with your starship. You can make bases and everything on whatever planet you want to. You can land anywhere on one of the 1,000 planets. So that itself makes me hyped for it. When I initially saw the gunplay, though, at the start of it, I was
It
a
looked like
little underwhelmed.
it looked like Fallout gunplay.
Exactly. But you gotta realize they definitely showed that early on in the game because they're fighting like level 1 and 2 pirates. So it's definitely early on in the games, and the guns you get at the start are probably just like pretty damn standard.
Right.
And you can craft your weapons too in that game. So you can probably do some ridiculous things as you progress later on in the game. When I first initially saw the gunplay, I was just like, it's like pretty normal gunplay, nothing like crazy. So
Yeah.
we'll have to see what they show later on.
It makes me hopeful for what's to come. I liked what they showed. And
Yeah.
then our last bit of news from the Xbox Bethesda Showcase. What do we got, Fish?
Well, they also showed Diablo 4.
Ah,
Which
fuck, Fish, you fucked it.
what? I didn't know.
I wanted to do the Hideo Kojima news with Xbox, and then just act like we forgot to mention Diablo, so Brian would freak out because he's already because he's mentioned it in chat like 5 times already.
Oh, okay.
But fuck it. We'll talk about Diablo 4. It looks sweet. I can't wait.
Yeah, and they came out with a statement not too long ago saying that it'll be nothing like Diablo Immortals. So thank God that it's not going to be microtransaction city where you have to pay $10,000.
The game should have been aborted.
It's just hot. The game is good, but the microtransactions hot dumpster fire. But yeah, Diablo 4 looks really good. I cannot wait for it to come out. It has to come out within the next year, so I'm guessing early 2023 or like springtime.
They said at the beginning of this conference that all these games are coming out within the next 12 months. So
yeah,
even though they gave a very
their promise,
right? Even though they gave a very broad release date as to 2023, yeah, like we said, it should be within the next 12 months, and then so we get a delay. Fingers crossed that we don't. But the other thing that I really enjoyed about them showing Diablo 4, if I recall correctly, it was all captured on a Series X.
Yes, that's true.
So,
yeah, all of the game capture was from the Series X.
So often in the past, Xbox has showed these games looking beautiful, but they've been running on PC. Diablo 4 looked awesome, and it was running on a Series X. So I thought that was like a pretty big dick statement by them, saying like, this is our console's gameplay right here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it seemed like it was run very, very fluidly and very, for lack of a better term, beautifully.
Yeah.
Like the game just looked good.
Yeah, and the fact that like Diablo has been like a PC game throughout all these years, for the most part, like when it originally started, basically showing the gameplay for their new game on a console to begin with, that just makes me happy to be an Xbox fan because they're in like full swing with the partnership. Exactly. So I cannot wait for it. I'm already calling dibs on the Druid, by the way, so nobody else can play the Druid.
All right, I got Necromancer.
Nice. Brian will probably be the rogue, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he likes range, and then I guess we'll make Matt the melee guy.
Yeah, he could be the barbarian.
Yeah, Matt will just tank.
Exactly.
Hell yeah, we got the squad.
That game looks good. I'm excited.
Hell yeah. All right, now the news I want to cover first to mess with Brian. Kojima is partnering with Xbox for a completely new IP. This was just an additional dump on the chest for all PlayStation players.
Yeah.
That I absolutely loved, because we've been getting the opposite throughout the entire life cycle of the Xbox One. So I'm fine with a little bit of pushback, nice little dump on the chest.
A lot of pushback. Huge amounts of pushback.
Such a nice Cleveland steamer.
Yep. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, seeing Hideo Kojima partner with Xbox on another brand new IP is just very exciting, because I know a lot of people loved his last game. What the hell was it called? Death Stranding. Yeah. A lot of people like that game. A lot of mixed reviews on it, because it's just like really weird, even for like Kojima standards and everything. But I'm excited to see what game he comes out with. Probably won't see it for a minimum of 5 years or something, but it's still great to see it.
Oh yeah, then so how about the PC Gamer Showcase? I didn't actually watch this. I know you kind of browsed through it. So what did you have to pull from that, if anything?
I had tried getting through it. That's the best I could put it. But they came out with just like a bunch of like even more indie games, and like from the Xbox Showcase, and from like what I saw, it just like most of them just like look pretty much the same. It's like a lot of turn-based strategy games, a lot of like top-down shooter stuff. They showed they came out with like devs talking about like Flintlock with the trailer again, and then they came out with like more news on the Half-Life Alyx VR DLC and everything. So it's just like, I don't know. I didn't really
meh.
Yeah, basically. It's just like a bunch of math. So like I didn't really want to go into specifics with it, because it was just like, if you're interested in the PC gaming show, watch it for yourself. It was like a 3-hour long event or something. And it was just a struggle bus for me to watch it all.
Do you know what has not been meh? Stephon Curry.
Oh, baby.
I don't know if you've been watching any of the NBA Finals or not, but this guy is absolutely balling out, averaging 34.3 points in the finals thus far through 4 games. Additionally, 6.3 rebounds, 3.8 assists, shooting 50% from the field, including 49% from the 3-point range.
Good God.
And to encompass this all, he dropped 43 and 10. 43 points, 10 rebounds in Game 4 to tie the series up at 2 against the Boston Celtics. So now the question is being posed: should Steph Curry be the NBA Finals MVP, win or lose? Magic Johnson chimed in on this and says that he does believe, whichever way this series goes, that Steph Curry, continuing at this rate, should win the NBA Finals MVP.
Yeah, easily. 100% agree. He's literally the definition of putting the team on his back right now.
So
I think you mentioned that like without Steph Curry, like they wouldn't even have a chance in these finals.
They would have no chance at all. The 3-time champ, 2-time MVP, but no-time Finals MVP is looking to get his first with an additional championship, obviously, this year. Mm-hmm. But I have to completely disagree with Magic Johnson and you, Fish. I know you carry more weight than Magic Johnson.
Whoa! Is that a fat joke right there?
No.
Oh, okay.
I like your opinion carries more weight. Sarcasm.
Gotcha.
But
I respect it.
So this was my potential let me rage for the week, because I was so absolutely pissed by this question, actually, because it's fucking bullshit. All right. If
really?
Do you know why it's fucking bullshit? Because
tell me.
If you go back in time 7 years, okay, Cavaliers are here. Just picture this. All right, close your eyes. Picture it. Cavaliers are in the NBA Finals against the Warriors. So you're thinking, oh yeah, Cavs, Kevin Love, Kyrie, LeBron. No. Kevin Love was hurt. Kyrie got injured in game 2 in the first quarter, if I recall correctly. And LeBron took this series to 6 games. And so you're saying, okay, Steph Curry, though, is averaging 34.3 points. Okay. LeBron averaged 35.8. Well, Steph Curry is averaging 6.3 rebounds per game. Okay.
Yep.
LeBron averaged 13.3 rebounds per game. Well, naturally, Steph Curry's a point guard. He's got to have more assists, right? Incorrect. While
Incorrect.
While Steph Curry is averaging 3.8 assists per game, LeBron averaged 8.8 assists per game. And he encompassed 38.3% of his team's points. Second in NBA history, only behind Michael Jordan, who averaged 38.4% of his team's points throughout the entire series. A decimal separated him from being the all-time leader in percentage of points scored for their team in an NBA Finals. If LeBron doesn't get an NBA Finals MVP, Steph Curry doesn't. So, fuck him.
But counterpoint, you talked about this was back in 2017, right?
2015,
sorry. You're talking about 7 years ago as compared to today's league. People have gotten way better at the game. People are a lot smarter, and the rules have changed, and just the state of the game has played. So when you're talking about those stats, it's hard to compare them with the 7 years difference, right?
Scoring has become easier in the league, and LeBron was still putting up these numbers back then. I think, I don't know, maybe not because they got a couple different like rules, but like as far as LeBron goes, man, he's just getting hammered every time he goes in there. There's just no way. Like his numbers across the board are better than Steph Curry. So if he gets a Finals MVP, then we can just easily write it off as LeBron being robbed, even though we already know that.
True.
So yeah, I will be actually pissed off if Steph Curry gets MVP for the Finals and they lose. That being said, I don't think they're going to lose.
Wow. Okay. Well, my question is, who do you think should earn the MVP? Do you have any idea?
Oh man, I mean, that's the thing. If you're looking at the Celtics, there's nobody really distinguishing themselves amongst the others, unless you're going with Tatum. But even Tatum is averaging 22 points per game, which is not too far ahead of his counterpart, Brown. So we'll get into that here in a second, though. With Game 5 being decided tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we wanted to reassess some of the X factors heading into tonight's game. Since Game 5 is such a pivotal game in a 7-game series, 80% of the time in the NBA, whoever wins Game 5 will go on to win the series.
Ooh, that's a scary statistic right there.
It's a big game tonight.
It really is, yeah. Didn't I say the Warriors were going to win? You said the Celtics.
I think
I forgot.
You said Warriors in 6, and I had the Celtics if they went 7 or under. So you need the Warriors to win the next 2.
Do I?
Which is doable. I think it was the inverse. I think I had 6 or under.
We're gonna have to watch the VOD on it.
Yeah, we'll bet that. But yeah, I want to reassess some of the X factors we mentioned 2 weeks ago in episode 46, and see how they're doing. So first up on the docket, Marcus Smart's 3-point percentage shooting throughout the first 4 games has actually been pretty damn good, for him at least, 38.5%. And when I say for him, this is actually above Klay Thompson's 3-point percentage as well. Klay Thompson is currently averaging 34.2% from the 3-point line. So Marcus Smart is out shooting Klay Thompson. That's a problem. Additionally, what do we got up next here, Fishy?
Yeah, so for the big mans too, we got Kevon Looney, his offensive rebounding. He's leading the series at 3.5 offensive rebounds. And he's tied for rebounds per game at 8.5.
Well, yeah, with Andrew Wiggins, I believe. And the other thing is, it's not only his rebounds, but when he's on the court, he's got a plus-minus of 9, which is the highest in the entire series. Klay and Draymond actually have a negative plus-minus right now, heading into Game 5.
Oh my God.
So the theme here seems to be that the role players are doing their job, right? Additionally, this trend will continue with Robert Williams of the Boston Celtics and his rim protection. He is currently leading the series with 3 blocks per game. And the next closest is actually Wiggins and Looney, who we just talked about at 1.3. So he's doing his job. Additionally, another guy that we could say he's doing his job, maybe not to the extent that the Warriors need, but Jordan Poole is averaging 12.5. at 42.9 from the field.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, not bad, man. But now let's get on to kind of the star players where we expect more. Which team's star players are going to elevate them to win Game 5 tonight? So previously we addressed Brown and Tatum's turnover problem. Currently in this series, Tatum is averaging 3.5 turnovers per game, which is number 1 in the entire series, while Brown is averaging 2.5, which is number 5 in the entire series. So
Damn.
We talked about this. The Warriors, one of the best defensive teams in the league, as the Celtics are. Turnovers are going to kill you, especially in these close games. With that being said,
oh, sorry.
Oh, God bless you, buddy. God bless you.
That took so long to get out.
That being said, each of these individuals are averaging about 22, something that the Warriors cannot say. They have one guy going off, as we mentioned before, Steph Curry, for 34.3 points a game. And it seems like for the Warriors to make a push at winning the NBA Finals, he's going to need some help from one of the other stars on his team, whether that be Clay or Draymond. If you had to address one X factor for tonight's game, Fish, like who are you putting that X factor on? Who are you putting the pressure on? Who are you expecting to step up tonight for the Warriors so they can win Game 5 and give them that 80% chance at securing a 4th NBA title in the last 7 years, something like that? 7, 8 years?
I think Draymond Green needs to step it up. He needs to definitely up his stats if they want to get this critical Game 5 win, you know?
Yeah, Draymond has definitely been disappointing, and he seems like a definite, he's the heartbeat of the team. So if he's able to step up and produce better numbers than he has, I can definitely see Draymond Green playing that X factor role in Game 5 tonight.
Yeah, and he definitely understands how critical this game is too. So I think he will show up for Game 5.
Just to put an emphasis on how bad he's been, and I am loving it because I hate Draymond Green and the Warriors in general. I don't like either of these teams, but I actually am rooting for the Warriors. Yeah. Draymond, what is he averaging right now, Fish?
I don't have his stats pulled up right now. You got to tell me. Oh wait, here they are.
I'll just cash on my beer. I'm glad you found it.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, so Draymond Green is averaging 4.3 points and 7.3 rebounds, 5.8 assists, and he's shooting 23.1% from the field. And this is probably the biggest thing: 0% from the 3-point line. Those are not great stats. I'll tell you what.
The 0% from 3 really irks me. Just because I remember when we played them in Game 7, Draymond cushed 5 threes in a row.
Yeah, that hurt to see.
Yeah, meanwhile in this series, he's shooting a astounding 0% from 3. That being said, I did pull a CNN news here, and it's a very skewed statistic because I believe he's only shot 3 3-pointers. So he hasn't made one, but put a little extra emphasis on it, like a lot of our news stations like to do with their skewed statistics.
Saying 0 for 3 is a lot less intimidating than saying 0% from the 3.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, so that's definitely a little bit skewed.
Yeah, that's a news station statistic.
Yeah.
But we're sticking with basketball. We're actually going to hop over into the WNBA, where we had something that happened for just the 4th time in WNBA history. Would you like to recap it for us? Because I don't know how to say your last name.
Yeah, so Liberty's Sabrina, oh God, her last name. Sabrina Lonescu? Lonescu?
We'll go
that
with
sounds
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sabrina Lonescu is the first WNBA player ever to record a triple-double in 3 quarters of a game.
With the stat line of 27, 13, and 12 through 3 quarters. Pretty damn good. So not only is she the first WNBA player to post a stat line, like I mentioned before, she's only the 4th WNBA player to ever record multiple triple doubles.
Ooh, nice. Hell yeah.
So can we get a little golf clap?
Good for you. Was Brittany Griner one of the other WNBA players?
I got no idea. I doubt it though. I can't see Brittany Griner dishing assists out here.
Well, she's trapped in Russia right now, isn't she? Or is that a different person I'm thinking of?
Yeah, I think she's still in Russia.
Yeah. Get home
Unfortunate.
soon. Get home soon.
And then the last thing I want to cover, obviously, I always have to talk about football.
Oh yeah.
So Robbie Anderson, wide receiver, tweeted actually that he's considering retirement.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Well, nothing. He deleted it right afterwards. Same day.
Oh my god.
This basically got me thinking. We've seen a lot of athletes post some dumb ass shit on social media, specifically Twitter.
Yeah.
So I wanted to kind of highlight some of my favorite tweets that I've seen athletes tweet. Do you have a favorite in particular?
Yeah, I do. I actually remember hearing or like seeing this one way back in 2010. This was the Carmelo Anthony tweets when he was beefing with somebody on Twitter for so long. I forget the username that he was beefing against, but it got to a point where he sent out a hit, quote unquote, hit on this Twitter person, where he wanted a video of somebody smacking the person he was beefing with, and he was going to reward him $5,000. He eventually deleted his whole Twitter page after that whole scuffle, and then I think that person later sued him and the Nuggets for, I don't know, just whatever they sued him for. But that, I just remember hearing news on that. I thought it was just absolutely funny. Just Carmelo Anthony just having beef with some random person on Twitter, and it just got to the point where he sent out a hit on this person.
Bro, I think that shit is so funny. Like KD like has burner accounts and like will like go at people on Twitter. Like, what are these guys doing?
Exactly.
One of my other favorite ones was what the hell is his name? I can't remember it now. Cardell Jones. There it is. Ohio State quarterback at the time. He goes, "Why should we have to go to class if we came here to play football? We ain't come to play school. Classes are pointless."
Yep.
That shit was so funny, man.
Oh my god, dude, we did a meme of that for months on end.
Dude, so funny, man.
Oh my god, we came here to play football. We didn't play school.
I mean, that's an all-time great.
That's definitely a top 3 right there.
This is another very quality one. So Mike Wallace, he goes, "All these beautiful women in the world and guys want to mess with other guys. Shake my head."
Oh my god, dude! These guys need an editor before they start posting this shit.
Dude, for real, man, it's so brutal.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. So I found Carmelo Anthony. It was a person called Cat. I hate Cat Stacks. That was the Twitter person he had beef with, and he said, "I got 5K for whoever sees I hate Cat Stacks and slaps the shit out of her pigeon face." You real talk. You blank with the. I guess you effed with the right one now. Carmelo Anthony tweeted that. That shit's funny.
Dude, so another one of my favorites here, Michael Beasley. See, I think we have a trend here. Most of these guys are NBA players.
Yeah.
Michael Beasley tweeted a photo of his back tattoo that he just got, and in the background there's a bag of weed and a 7-Up.
Oh no, dude.
Dude, too good.
Oh my god. Do they not look at the pictures that they post? Oh my god. That's ridiculous. Didn't Johnny Manziel have one? Didn't he tweet something?
Yeah, let me try to find Johnny Manziel's, man. Where is it at? Bullshit like tonight is the reason I can't wait to leave College Station, whenever it may be.
Oof, damn.
I don't know what this was in relation to, though. I can't remember, to be honest with you. But even more than that, I think like his post on social media when he was in Vegas on the Dove or the Goose or whatever. And then when he's in the club, he's like, "Sorry, I can't hear you. I got too much fucking money in my ear."
Yeah, that shit was great, dude. I miss Johnny.
Oh, I don't.
I mean, I miss his personality. I don't miss him being on the Browns.
Yeah. So
it is funny.
We do have another football one here that I have to address because this is just too funny as well. Deion Lewis, former running back, for at the time it must have been the Patriots, who Aaron Hernandez was on. Tweeted, goes, Aaron Hernandez homie snitched on him, LOL, hashtag unreal friends.
Oh no.
Or your real friends, hashtag your real friends.
Yeah, right.
Oof.
We all know what happened to Aaron Hernandez. Gone forever.
And then lastly, I'll cover one more before we get past this segment here. Damian Lillard tweeted at King James. King James, talents to South Beach. Blank, you took the spotlight and an ego. You left the talents. Haha. Them shits in Cleveland.
Oof, damn. That was spicy.
I mean, obviously, how wrong was he there?
Very wrong. Oh my god.
But yeah, definitely wanted to kind of pull some of those gems that are no longer hidden.
Oh,
little plug.
Little wink, wink.
Well, yeah, those are some of definitely my favorite tweets. Do you have any like text message or tweet in particular that pops in your head that you regretted sending?
Well, not really, because I hardly text people.
Fair enough.
I definitely said some stupid shit that I regretted, but none that come to mind. I'm guessing you have a ton of them.
I'm sure I do, but one in particular doesn't come to mind.
Yeah, you want to share with the rest of the class?
No.
No, just no. All right, just no.
Alrighty, well, hey, we're going to get on to our Sandlot Spotlight, and for this week, we just want to put an extra emphasis on everyone that's been involved in the Sandlot Halo League. We really do appreciate you guys being there for us each week, playing in the league. We hope you enjoyed it. So shout out to everybody that's played consistently and made the league worthwhile for, I know, Fish and I, and everyone that's been involved in organizing the league, and everybody that's been playing in the league and having a good time. So thank you to everyone that is part of this Sandlot Halo League. I kept wanting to say Spartan. I don't know why.
Rolls off the tongue. Get ready for tomorrow, everyone. We're about to whip whoever's team is tomorrow. Who are we playing tomorrow?
We play Brian tomorrow.
Oh, baby! Oh, it's going to be a slaughter fest. I'm going to break my record for Slayer.
Get ready for the throat fucking of a lifetime.
Oh, baby. Cannot wait.
Oh, yeah. You can catch that Halo League on the channel here right around 7:38 tomorrow. This will be week 4. We have one more week following this before playoffs. And that will do it for episode 47 of When Worlds Collide, buddy.
Appreciate it. It was fun. This is actually a really good episode.
This was some dope titties. Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Maybe we'll get the hookup from A44 Studios. They might watch our podcast. Give us a shout out.
Yeah, let's do it. Alrighty, guys. We'll see you next week. Thank you again. Episode 47.
Peace.